Yo yo yo, it's your boy Luap and Starmeister aka the Pichu Bros, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Chronicles review series. Today we'll be reviewing episode 21 of Meowth and Pokemon. The episode originally aired on March 4th, 2003 in Japan and on October 7th, 2006 in the US. So with all that out of the way, let's get started on the recap. The episode begins with Meowth telling us about how in the city there are Pokemon who are good, who are saps, and like stupid things like playdates. It's because they haven't heard of Meowth's golden rule: trust no one and look out only after yourself. Azrael has gathered acorns for the Pichu Bros posse, and as Teddiursa runs over, it trips and causes a domino effect that knocks the acorns over. The acorns roll off a hill and are run over by cars, crushing them in the process, and as well as crushing the dreams of the Pichu Bros posse. Meowth says that there are no losers on his team because he's the only member in it. Meowth is excited because he got a couple of days off from Team Rocket, so he's going to invest his time into his side hustle, which is to build a giant golden statue of himself. His split personalities then serve him up a sandwich, which he takes with him on a walk for the day. As Meowth stumbles across a place that would be perfect for his monument, Teddiursa comes in having smelled the sandwich. Meowth sends Teddiursa away and is there feeling proud about how he handled the situation when Smoochum accidentally bumps into him, causing them both to fall. They were both holding identical baskets, so Smoochum of course walks away with the one that ended up being Meowth's. As soon as Meowth found out, he furiously chased after Smoochum. She runs through a hole in the wall and Meowth is unable to duck in time, which knocks him out and he sees Torchic. Smoochum then goes to the playground to tell the Pichu Bros posse. As Smoochum is explaining the situation, Meowth catches up and so Smoochum throws a basket to Pichu Big, who climbs with the slide. Meowth catches up to him, so he throws it to Magby, who runs off with it. Magby ends up tossing it back to Pichu Little in an NFL style pass, but as Pichu Little gets cornered, Wooper tries to use Water Gun on Meowth. The shot misses and hits the basket, which goes flying away, but eventually Meowth does get to it. After picking it up and walking only a few steps, he accidentally steps on Houndour's head, angering the dog Pokemon. Houndour chases after Meowth, and in the process Meowth drops the basket once again. Teddiursa is staring inside the window of a cake shop when he gets blessed with the basket hitting the back of his head. Meowth and Houndour's chase ends with Meowth injured, but he still stands up as soon as he sees Teddiursa walking by with his basket. Meowth opens the basket and realizes that Teddiursa already ate it. Instead of being angry, Meowth just gives up. We then get this transition, which seems extremely low budget even for Pokemon. Meowth is walking through the street when he realizes he's going to need money to build the golden statue. He finds a job as a pizza delivery boy and tries to convince the Pichu Bros posse to do the deliveries for him. Meowth tells him that if they deliver the pizza, then he's going to buy them a box too.
Pichu Big steps up and encourages the posse to help out Meowth so that they can get a pizza as a reward. With his words of encouragement, everyone decides to pitch in to make a delivery. One by one, the Pokemon leave the playground to go deliver the pizza, except the Pichu Bros, who kind of fight to see who should carry the pizza. After they agree on who gets it, they head off too. Smoochum reaches a dead end, and out of nowhere, the Squirtle Squad appear and they begin to bully her with water guns. She gets sent flying, but Wooper is nearby. It once again tries to use water gun to save Smoochum, but it can't stay up for too long and it ends up falling down, knocking them both out and leaving the pizzas soggy. And then Teddiursa is about to eat the pizza in an alley when he gets crushed by the sleeping Snorlax. Pichu Lil has a brilliant idea to use his wooden plank as a seesaw and he jumps over the wooden fence, landing on Houndour's head, angering the dog in the process. Because they aren't paying attention, they run into Magby and they proceed to drop their pizzas. Being hit accidentally angers Magby, who shoots off a flamethrower which hits the Houndour. This scares him and he runs away. So the posse returns with all of their pizzas damaged, and this saddens Meowth as he knows he'll get him fired. He does get fired, but immediately finds himself a new job working as a janitor. As he's working, the posse shows up to his job wanting to make up for the past mistake. They all show him that they'll do their best and he agrees to it and starts to drink tea on the bench while everyone works. While they're cleaning, Pichu Lil gets bored, so he and his big brother run off to go do something. So when Meowth notices where they're at, they're on top of a moon statue cleaning. A series of unfortunate events leads to the moon statue falling and causing a domino effect of statues to fall. The final statue hits the Gyarados water fountain, which causes the floor to be flooded with water and costs Meowth his job. Meowth is sad at the park with no motivation to go do work, but the posse shows up and tries to cheer him up with acorns. The only problem is that Meowth doesn't even like acorns, but he still does his best to enjoy them. Regardless of not being able to build his own monument, he was very happy with how he felt in the moment, so he stayed there in happiness. That's it for the recap, and now it's time for ratings and reviews.
This short should have gone before episode 19, and it does chronologically, but yeah. This was a fun episode centered around Meowth and once again the ever amazing Pichu Bros posse. I had a lot of fun watching Meowth's antics with the Pichu Bros posse as they tried to take advantage of them, but they were just too pure and innocent to be taken advantage of. I love that every time Meowth thought that he was getting the upper hand, in reality he was just fueling these adorable Pokemon with the means to show us how cute they are. I said this last week, but I'll say this again: if you don't think that Wooper is the best member of the Pichu Bros posse besides the Pichu Bros themselves, you're just wrong. The scene where they're floating away in the water and he's just smiling like everything's gonna be fine was priceless. The episode did lack in the first half before Meowth was able to find the job. It wasn't as entertaining as the second half. However, once he did and he started working with the Pichu Bros posse, I felt that the episode really shined. We even got an appearance from the Squirtle Squad being schemers as always. Meowth was as funny and witty as ever, and the writing that has gone into Meowth for these shorts have been top notch. Everyone in the Pichu Bros posse was great. Speaking of great Pichu Bros stuff, take a look at these shirts. They could be yours too, just check out the link down below. We don't just have shirts, but we also have mugs and hoodies if that fancies your boat. This episode was a good one that it really had me laughing and smiling all the way throughout. Heck, it even made me sad for poor old Houndour, who's always just vibing when trouble finds his way. One random fact is that in the Japanese version, the narrator is the one who narrates this instead of Meowth, but I much prefer Meowth doing it. With that being said, I'll be giving this episode a very solid 7 out of 10.
Yet another fun episode by Meowth and the Pichu Posse. Like, how can something be this cute? The first half of the episode revolved around Meowth fantasizing on his golden statue and somehow finding himself playing catch with the Pichu Posse after getting his basket exchanged with Smoochum. Now, this part had a bunch of cute moments, like when Pichu Lil was getting mad that his big brother didn't pass him the basket, Teddy Ursa being sad about food, and Meowth doing whatever this is. Yeah, it had its fun moments, but overall it was kinda boring and didn't really have a good backbone. Like, not only did it drag in some parts, but the plot wasn't really smoothened out. Now, for the second half, I think it's what redeemed the episode for me. It's so precious seeing the Pichu Posse doing whatever Meowth is telling them to do, without knowing that he's already taking advantage of them. What makes it extra cute is that they really enjoy doing all of it. Watching them carry these big boxes and reading these instructions, like, look at Pichu Lil assisting Wooper because he's got no hands. So precious. And then after that, we get a series of disastrous events, starting with, oh, it's a Squirtle Squad. It's a fun cameo, but I thought that it was weird that they seem to be back to their troublesome days, kinda derailing their characters, but they're still fun to watch. And all the scenes of the Pichu Posse getting themselves into trouble were hilarious. Like, Houndour is another cutie who was shown to be the villain of the episode despite peacefully sleeping and minding his own business. And of course, Pichu Lil once again showed why he's the smartest member of the group. Afterwards, the posse again wanted to make up for their failures, so they started cleaning the park, which again was super cute. Just the whole segment was really funny, I could say nothing more. And by the end, I really liked how everyone gave Meowth some acorns to make him feel better. And what Meowth said afterwards struck me a lot. Just seeing how these kids were happily admiring and gazing at him under the sunlight, he realized that he's now the living monument of his dreams. What a wholesome episode. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. Meowth's dialogue, the posse's cuteness, and the overall joy that it brings more than makes up for the dryness of the first half of the episode.
So yeah, that was our review and recap for episode 21 of Pokemon Chronicles of Meowth and Pokemon. If you enjoyed this video, then I highly suggest you subscribe to both our channels. Links are found in the description below. For the last episode of this review series, that's going to come out next week on Starmeister's channel, so you're going to want to head over to his channel and check that out. Or if you want, you can click the playlist that we made and find all the episodes neatly there. Until next time, thanks for watching, and the Pichu Bros are out. Peace.